Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. I am joined once again by the great Maryland.
Hi guys.
And we are back. It's turn, I believe, 30. Oh my gosh, my software is not going to tell me. I think it's 33. But
I think 33, yeah.
Yeah. And winter of year 2, that much we are certain of. Last episode, basically we had shit going really sideways with Uruk.
Totally.
And we have Bandar Log and Pythium just holding on to every last nook and cranny on the cliff right above their imminent demise.
Yeah, and total smiles for me. I'm just tickled to see that.
Yeah.
I'm completely thrilled to watch those guys, make their killers pay.
Yeah.
And they're making them pay in an unexpected way. They're making them pay because both of the two nations that are trying to finish off those stragglers are committed to other stuff, but have to constantly maintain a siege on these two capitals.
And take attrition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
It does.
That hurts.
And it also broadcasts weakness.
Mm-hmm. I will repeat something I've said, I think, a few times in these broadcasts, is that not killing the dead guy quick hurts.
It does. Okay.
You really need to focus. All right.
Pangaea. I forgot to forge a clam of pearls last turn, costing me 6 pearls to be stockpiled for potentially 3 fights. Magic graphs soon, fellow pretenders.
I think that was a deliberate bit of misspelling.
I'm not sure I get it, but
well, I think he's just going for that sort of trope from role playing that if you throw extra letters into something, it makes you look cool.
I gotcha. All right, we got another message from him too.
But I think he's got a good point here. Clams are an unbelievably cost-effective forging. Those 2 extra pearls that you always have can toss up anti-magic or anything without being vulnerable to gem baiting.
Yeah, especially good. I think these gem, and I made that gem. It's in this game, right? But the temporary gem mod. I think the way I think about it is those things are way better for going on the offense. Because you're going to be away from your supply lines. You're going to have to keep things on scouts. You're going to be potentially sieging where you're worried about getting gem baited on the top and then having to fight inside.
Well, I would put it this way. Every game I've played where your mod is active, I make every single one of those bloody things, and I make a hell of a lot of them.
Okay. I don't make that many, but if I'm going, I should make more, I think. Especially if I'm attacking. Defending, it's easy. You don't know if your mage is going to die. If you lose the fight defending, it probably is better to just do the gems. But,
No, I agree with you. I definitely put them on every offensive army of all the types that I have access to. I know one of the ones I find hardest to make is there's the water one that's water and blood.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard. But even the basic game, the vanilla game ones, I try to always have clams. I try to always have cornucopias. Earthstones are tough. That's a little more challenging. But clams, almost every decent astral nation has a reasonable chance to make clams, or just buy them.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, they're one of the best because they're actually 2. So that lets you cast Light of the Northern Star. A couple of them, you got 1 Light of the Northern Star, 1 on anti-magic. These are low-level research targets, not hard to get. And then you've got a guaranteed defense against a whole bunch of things that might happen.
Absolutely. Okay,
All
so on to the second pan message. By the way, I don't know if multi-heroes are bugged. I'm just getting excessive Misfortune 2 value, but I've gotten 3 White Minotaur. This single-handedly enables me to look for a throne rush by grabbing 4 thrones simultaneously.
Can we check his scales for a second on that comment?
Sure.
He's got luck. He's got misfortune.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he got lucky.
He did. Or they're bugged. Or they're bugged.
Because no, I don't think they're bugged.
No, I don't either. But
my games recently, I've gotten lots and lots of multi-heroes. I love multi-heroes if your nation has them. But then I love to play with luck scales. I'm not a fan of misfortune. I'll take it to pay for a blast, but I do detest it.
So I think what we'll do, I'm going to go ahead and read this Xibalba message, and then we'll just do this whole Uruk conflict. How about that?
Okay, that sounds good.
Finally won a big fight against Uruk. We saw that last episode.
Which we saw, and he did a hell of a job.
Yeah. It was that beautiful Skelly spam thing with Evo bait and all that. So that should have broken his power for good. I'm hitting Enchantment 6 in 2 turns, so getting ready to invade Ashdod with lots of Frosty Boys. P.S. Darkness Quagmire fights are pretty unfair. When I get Fatigue play on top of that, it should be quite nasty, even for huge giant stacks. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Darkness is really punishing if you don't have a way to deal with it. So, let's take a look at Pangaea, and then we'll scoot our way over. Unsupported Iron Warriors. It's not going to go well. I guess we'll just watch. This is, in case any of you were wondering, what happens to Iron Warriors when they have no mage support against Hellblessed White Centaur? The silver lining here is he did bait out Foul Vapors. But did I lose you, Mayland? Oh, you're there.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Did you see that there's at least one Foul Vapors went up? Yeah. I was curious to know who put that up.
Oh, that was certainly Pan. There's no mages for Uruk.
Oh, of course.
We can see the caster, but it's probably the Dryad.
Well, I think it was Foul Vapors and Relief. Oh, and a Lifelong. Nice.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. Howl and Foul Vapors.
Howl and Foul Vapors, okay. That's not a great combo.
Yeah, there's some anti-synergy there. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's not like Pangaea is getting turned into PETA for killing those wolves off.
Yeah, there's... Oh, nice move. Nice move.
Okay, this looks like water elemental summoners.
Oh, and those Kalulus can be very dangerous.
Okay, but they don't have any gems. Because a water 1 can do water power and then a big water elemental.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have probably made this guy have a very bad day. Because protection is not going to matter against water elementals.
No, but it does against the Kalulus.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got some chill.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Frostbrand.
They almost get him.
Ooh, that was touch and go. He's using the Awe Shield.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
That was close.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So that's basically all that's happening with Pan. Now, Pan may also be looking at the completely undefended borders of Satis and the completely undefended borders of End. However, I think as a Pangaea player, it's hard to not look at that. But he's probably also worried about being...
Yeah, go to the graphs there. I mean, look at that. Holy shit. Oh, who's number 3 there? End? Look at how much End has grown.
Is that End?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow, it is. He's a contender.
Look at that.
How about that?
Totally. And who's the blue?
I think that's Ulm. Yeah.
He's doing well.
Yeah, well, he's winning the research graph, so.
Totally. But he hasn't really rolled that out yet.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're doing the Pan Xibalba Uruk kind of conflict.
Sure. Right. So we have a battle here. Now just the scout. Let's see what Uruk rolled out. Oh no, this was just ping. I think this is PD. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing much there.
Nothing much here.
That was cheap.
Yeah.
Good grief.
There's a long dead.
Just long dead?
I wonder what these... Okay, he's got skelly spam. I think that's what this is. Just a bit of skelly spam. I think these guys are on hold attack.
He didn't bring any slaves.
Yeah.
That's kind of a shame. I think I would have brought with the Kamazots, I would have brought, 2 slaves each.
Yeah.
At least for reinvigoration.
All right.
I usually try to script with a death blood mage. I usually try to script, 4 skeletons and then a reinvigoration. And then, you can keep spamming a whole bunch more skeletons.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is like a circus show here. We've got a water death mage running into melee, followed shortly behind by a bodyguard. We have 1 royal guard that did not do hold and attack to get buffed up. So he's not ethereal.
Oh.
And 2 astral mage. What the hell is happening?
I don't know.
Frozen Heart. Okay. And then Light Burn.
Oh, not bad. No, nothing wrong with Frozen Heart.
I don't know. A little clowny, but
yeah,
could have worked.
Touch and go.
Touch and go.
But he killed a Xibalban mage.
Yeah.
Not an expensive one. Okay, so heavy cav PD, that kind of hurts.
Oh, and Frozen Heart spam.
And then a whole bunch of toads.
People hate these mages. And you're playing in a game right now that has water death mages, like Water 1,
Fuck
Death
me.
1. But
Yeah, sorry for the rudeness, but Water 1, Death 1 Magi are really good.
Huh.
I think they're really good. They can do single skellies. There's all kinds of I love Tungalix.
Right, they can thug in a way.
Yeah. Well, you can actually send single Tungalix to take out light PD.
Right. Yeah, so Tungalix are the LA Atlantis equivalent of this.
Exactly.
Right.
But
they can pretty similar mages.
Yeah, they could throw on Breath of Winter.
Yep.
And then give themselves liquid body, and then start making single skeletons, which people underrate. Single skeletons can win against light PD.
Yep. Okay.
And then Frozen Heart, Frozen Heart's just an amazingly good spell. The only bummer with Frozen Heart is sometimes the AI will not cast it when it should.
Well, we've got my mod on, and it likes it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see, as soon as they got in range of Frozen Heart, that was basically all these guys did. Watch this again.
Exactly. Because Frozen Heart will penetrate 5 or I think even 10 cold resist quite consistently.
I don't know if they'll cast it against 10, but look at this. They're just getting annihilated by it.
Exactly. It's a great spell. And hits the chest, so it causes a chest wound.
Getting chest wounds here? No, not yet.
No, they're dying.
Yeah.
They're dying before they can even get that.
Oh, just brutal.
Mm. And Frozen Heart, if I remember correctly, has really good range. I think it's 30.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the fun things... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, as we watched last game, we watched some Maws of the Earth, end up in the back line whacking on the Magi.
Yeah.
Way beyond what you'd expect Maws to hit.
Right.
And Frozen Heart is a little bit similar. It's got good range. I think it's got 100 precision.
Yeah, I think so too, actually. Though they did move in closer to suggest it didn't. There was a point where they were like, oh, we're too far away, let's move in closer. Oh, no, it is.
25, which is good.
Oh, wait, was it? I think it actually was 100 precision. 20 fatigue, 100 precision, range 25. Yeah.
Exactly. Armor negating damage.
Yeah.
Causes a chest wound. It's a thug killer. One of the bummers is without your AI mod, the stupid AI will often not cast it against a thug with 5 cold resist, which is silly because it will penetrate.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that and I could be totally wrong, but this is from knowing none of the actual code. I think when they switched from the old bless system, which used to be percentage based, to the
Yes.
new resistance system, which used to be percentage based, to the new resist system, which is in absolute numbers.
Yes.
I think that some of the spellcasting AI got messed up with it. That it
I
somehow
agree.
doesn't look at it the right way. But
That fits with my anecdotal experience.
yeah. But raw speculation.
Well, we have to talk to Loggy.
Yeah, he would know. The keeper of secrets. So,
Yeah.
all right, TLDR of all of this is Uruk is majorly boned.
Uruk's dead.
Yeah,
He's dead.
he's dead.
He's got nothing left. That's his last remaining significant army, and Zib will kill it.
Yeah. I'll just say it makes me sad. I wanted to see more. But such things happen. Okay, so you have anything left you want to say on this conflict?
No, I think we summed it up.
Okay.
Uruk made a good last stand based on his concept of what he could do. We did some, previous sort of detailed analysis of there was other options he might have tried.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're done.
All right. Next up, we will go to the elves. The dirty, stinking, sneaky elves. I'm doing some mercenary work this turn, as Xibalba is paying me for attempting to take out the defense of Pythium.
Oh,
Huh.
well,
Wow.
okay. Now that's cool.
The payment is a trade of 16 earth and 16 air gems this turn. I'm still only getting +4 air each turn. He gives me 200 gold this turn and 400 gold if I am successful, and 100 gold per mage I kill.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Okay, but this is a really good move for Xibalba. I think this is brilliant. Then he can free up his forces to finish off Uruk. He hasn't given away Pythium's capital. He's basically said, take it for me, I'll pay you.
Right.
That's good Diplo. That's good Diplo.
Yeah. I mean, he's in a quagmire right now, but it looks like the quagmire with Uruk is going to be over soon, but maybe he's got plans on, what he wants to do next, and that may not involve Pythium. So just getting that off the books is probably worth it.
Exactly. Because he has lost, 5 or 6 armies on top of Pythium's cap.
Yeah. The risk of doing this is you're giving a lot of resources to the guy who has the most provinces, which...
Well, the other risk is he doesn't let you have it back.
Yeah.
But
I think he probably would do what he said, but...
I'm sure he would. Knowing the player, I'm sure he would honor the agreement.
Yeah. Likewise, 199 I have just temporarily taken for Ashdod for the 2 turns of bonus income.
Again, excellent Diplo.
Yeah.
Vanheim is in a leadership position. He's top 1. He's top of the list right now. If you look at the graphs, I think he's bigger than Pan.
Yeah.
Or at least close to as big.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, never mind. It wasn't a throne, it's just this province. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. Solid play. I like that.
Yeah. So, all right, let's take a look at what's happening over here. We've got...
Well, I got a question for you. What do you think? I mean, we've discussed what Pan's play now is. What do you think Vanheim's play towards winning the game is now?
Okay, well, let's take a look real quick at... Okay, not much has happened. He just took this. So I just want to make sure I'm giving you my opinion with the absolute latest and greatest updates. Okay, wait, we have to watch this. Xibalba's struggling, and Pan rolls in, or he rolls in here with like nothing. He's got 2 idiots with the Frostbrand, a guy to cast what looks like regeneration, and some evocation bait. Protection, regen.
Well, this was Arco's comment, right?
Yeah.
That Van's play is all these tricky bits of complicated, tricky shit.
Oh, dude, this guy is mind burn bait because he's higher HP and lower MR.
Right. Awesome.
Oh, and he's jumping to the back to snipe commanders. Oh,
And those guys. Oh, look at that.
Jedi.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Jedi. No more mind burns.
Yeah, that's totally a Luke Skywalker kind of move. I like your Jedi reference.
I mean, dude, he put the mind burn bait in.
Well done. Well done.
It's like little things like that you know you're playing against a really good player.
Exactly.
See, like, I'm good enough where I would do like the fluffing and stuff, but I would never have thought to bring the mind burn bait. But now maybe I will.
And that's something I've done for years. Is one of my favorite mind burn baits is sea trolls. They're absolutely garbage at killing, but they're 45 hit points. The other one is mind burn bait is a reasonable reason to buy the giants, summon the giants. Nature 3 nature gems, you get a giant, I think it is, in vanilla.
Yeah. Okay, well, do you think he's being paid? Let's see if we can tell from the message. Is he being paid to take the fort? Take out the defenses?
I think he's being paid to lock it down.
Okay. Because he's got these guys. Maybe they were in case this didn't work, but...
No, I think he's being paid to lock that fort down so Pythium can't do any more counter raids. And that's I think, good Diplo for Xibalba. You know, it frees him up. He's had to spend somewhat excessive amounts of his resources and troops trying to hold on to Pythium's cap. What he said is, you hold that cap, keep it empty, kill anything that pops out, and then I'll go siege it later.
Okay. All right.
Boy.
So you asked me a question. What would I do as Vanheim here? And let's first say what the situation of Vanheim is. Vanheim has a very long empire. Now, they are a high mobility nation in that they have, Sacred Cav, which can move a long way, and they're an air nation that can cloud trapeze. But
Correct.
They also have a bunch of human units that they like making a lot, like these Ein Hairs, that are slow. So they're a little bit strung out, but they can kind of deal with it. So their problem is, in my opinion, their challenge is that they've got now a lot of neighbors. I think almost everybody in the game could attack them if they wanted to, except maybe... No, everybody can, I think. Jotunheim would have trouble, but... and Pelagia.
I think Satis does not border
Right, and Satis. But, Pangaea could attack them, Ulm could attack them, Ind could attack them, Ashdod can attack them. They've got a ton of neighbors. Xibalba can attack them.
He seems to be diplomatically very strong, so he knows that most of them are committed to stuff right at this moment.
Sure. But in terms of next moves, I think... the mechanics that keep a game like this in balance are, as soon as they see somebody getting too far ahead, they're going to jump on them. And if you can get far enough ahead where you don't care about somebody jumping on you, then you can just snowball out of control and win.
Of course. Of course. That happened in my tournament 13.
Right.
Is that Pangaea was basically left alone for, oh, Jesus, like 50 turns to build up, massive resources.
Yeah.
Because we were so busy, the rest of us were so busy killing each other. We let him, do that.
Yeah.
That was, he's in this game. What's his name? The newish guy.
Oh, Toolbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He played a superb game in my tournament.
Yeah.
Very careful, very quiet. So Vanheim is in a bit of a similar situation, that if he kind of sits, if he kind of just reinforces his gains to date, he's in a good place to challenge Pangaea for the win.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the challenge, though, is like, who does he go after? Like, okay, let's say he goes after Jotunheim, right? Then he would be this extremely long, stringy empire, which then literally everybody could attack, right? So he's already gone after Jotunheim, but I mean, if he somehow pushed farther forward.
No, I think strategically, to make a nice chunk of territory, he wants to kill Ulm now.
Yeah, I think Ulm is they're more positioned to be central, and they set them up for maybe a war with Pangaea afterwards. The problem going after Ulm is Ulm has the tech advantage, but none of that tech that Ulm is going to go for is going to matter versus like Wrathful Skies or Thunderstrike spam. So,
Ulm could do ground army, which does mitigate a good bunch of damage.
Kind of. I mean, the I think it's still, a lot of guys get one hit killed. It's a 14, 15 damage lightning bolt from Wrathful Skies.
Yeah, and
they're like 11 HP units.
And ground army is +5 shock resist, so it's not a monster, but it does mitigate. I'm just saying mitigate.
Yeah. It may turn it. It would be a definite one hit kill without it, and this may turn it into a 2-hit kill. So
right.
It'd be a one-hit kill some of the time.
But we also know that Ulm is a little overextended.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's Vanheim, and also in terms of like their power spikes, they've got the elf and the thug power spike, which kind of gradually ramp up depending on size. The thugs scale with size of Vanheim. In the late game, they have storm demons. That's kind of their thing.
Yeah.
So.
Jeez. Storm demon spam is scary.
Yeah. I mean, we don't see any of that yet. So.
Well, I haven't seen any signs of Van building a blood economy. But see, right now, he's in a great situation to start cranking out the
we saw
blood
this
economy.
one with the sprites and the wolves, where he's probably doing it. And he's got Camazotz here, too, which is surprising.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I don't see evidence of a big blood economy, but he's got a trickle of it. So.
Well, Van is a minor blood nation, but as you said, storm demons are totally within his capability.
Yeah.
And they are a beast of a unit, especially if used well.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think people also generally don't love attacking elves, except as part of a coalition, because everybody hates getting raided by elves. So
yeah, and I think that's an error in their thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with elves is they have a really hard time holding territory, and if you focus on taking their forts, one thing I've done with elves in the past is just send a doom stack, ignore their raids, wait to clean them up later, and go straight for his forts, siege them down, kill them off. He can't make more of his magi.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but we did see what happened with Jotunheim when he sent that Turbo Communion Doomstack right into the jaws of that Thunderstrike Vanheim army.
Yeah, but we also agreed that he pushed that too deep without without an adequate reserve. You need to have a reserve. If you're going to push at somebody's capital, you want like 2 armies. One is the major, the killer. The second is the defensive one, can hide behind the PD dumps you build behind you, and you work. I've done this in the past. I've used a Russian style, 1941 kind of scorched earth policy. If you pull back, you leave some traps. You pull back, you leave some traps, and then you push at his core.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, not to say it would be easy, but I'm just saying.
It's not easy. It's hard.
Yeah, it's easy to slip up and still get wiped. But
well, my point is that spending too much of your effort trying to stop cloud trapezing thugs, elf thugs dropping into your land, isn't the most efficient way to deal with elfing.
Yeah. But you definitely don't want to chase them by conventional means. My approach to dealing with elf raids is just assume they're in every province. And you'll be right about, a third of the time. And when you're right, you just take their gear from them. And then there you go.
Right, exactly. And they can't siege worth shit.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. We got Ulm over here on top of Bandar Log. Bandar Log pokes his little monkey head out. Just a commander. He's like, okay, what am I going to have to kill this time? It's like some bow of war. What is his bless? Precision, okay. 2 bows of war. I think this is extremely thuggable.
Oh, didn't that crazy Yaksha die last turn?
Did it die? I can't remember. I thought it ran.
I think it ran away. So
yeah, I think it ran away.
Still inside.
I think it's inside. I think we'll see it again. Okay. Ulm strikes out, hits some PD here. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hands up. Hands up. Finally, he's had this goddamn Titan all game. Where are you at, Alice? All right.
Thunder Whip. Really? Oh.
Okay. So 25 protection, 22 defense.
Stonebird.
So this is a repel thing.
Yeah.
And with Vine Shield, it's going to work pretty well. What the?
What are the battling checks?
The first thing that happens was he put up Wrathful Skies, and literally the first thing that happens is he gets hit, and it knocks his mirror image off. It was like the literal first lightning bolt. And he's got 14 shock resistance too, so.
And he's got some rough afflictions. What are those afflictions?
It's weakened and limp, so not that bad.
Well,
it's not like a chest wound.
No.
Ooh. Oh, it hurts. Make it stop.
Good grief. That's pretty funny. I keep trying to click on it, but I'm only the viewer.
Oh, right. Oh, that hurts so bad.
She's almost fatigued out.
Titan haters, where you at?
Well done.
I feel like we should have seen her doing I feel like he could have used her to take Bandar Log. How much?
Look at the losses there. Look at that report. Almost every single mage died.
I was kind of rooting for Vanarus too in this conflict. I'm not gonna lie.
Holy crap.
I felt like Vanarus was kind of been in some weird circumstances that I feel like they were the least at fault people in this weird 3-way love situation. And I've been rooting for him to come back in the game.
Totally.
And then this happens for them.
Well, but Okay, we were talking about Ulm has not leveraged his research advantage.
Yeah.
He just did.
Yeah.
Totally. In a monster of a way.
Now, he also moves a small force with shamans.
Oh.
His hero.
And a hero. Yeah. Tempering the will. Iron darts.
Mindburn Communion. I don't think he got... yeah, he didn't get any...
But look at how many iron darts that is.
Yeah.
Good grief. Oh, and magma bolts? I think those are magma bolts. Could you zoom in on that hero? I'm curious about him.
He's got a Hammer of the Mountains, which does stun damage, so this guy would be very good if there was an elf thug present.
Right.
Because he would, stun him, they would lose defense, and then he would surely die.
Good God, 51 damage.
Yeah.
And a fire breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thug killer.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Well done. Well done.
Okay. So things starting to look on the up and up for Ulm. We'll see if he can continue to deliver the goods. This only has 3 Dominion strength here, so he can potentially, put his god on top and maybe even send his god inside. But I think that's about it for Ulm.
I think so.
Pelagia. Oh, what's that?
No, go ahead.
Okay, let's now do, because we've done Vanarus and Ulm. Let's come down here and do Vanarus and Jotunheim, and then we'll get into this whole triangle of love.
Blame Satis for this.
Yeah. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything here worth. This is kind of interesting.
Well, so Satis tried to hold with just one Marshmaster.
I look at this and I think there's no way that Jotunheim can win this. Because these guys are expensive and he's got the thing, but they're all tired. They're 100 fatigue. They have to kill him before they fatigue out, and they couldn't. Okay. I was going to say,
they ran away.
I cannot believe that Jotunheim won this. But he did. He did not. But he sort of did. Because they lost 8 Sobex and he lost 1 dude.
So, yeah, look at that one. The Siege by Satis.
Okay, so he moves this army on top.
Wailing Winds?
Yeah.
I'm expecting Wailing Winds.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to trigger gem use.
But it's just PD.
Yeah. Desperate moves from a desperate man.
I don't know. This is odd.
Yeah.
This whole thing. This whole zone, this sort of 3-way shenanigans is very odd. That went well.
It was funny for a while. It's starting to give me anxiety a little bit.
Anxiety. Yeah. It's not your game. Your game.
Well, I have been on Team Satis since like turn 6. I didn't think they were going to win. I wasn't putting my money on them, but god damn it, I wanted them to.
Yeah, the galaxy brain thing. All kinds of people have commented about the galaxy brain thing.
Yeah.
But I think Satis failed with Diplo.
Yeah.
I think he had it. I think he had the thing.
I think he had the thing too. I don't think it may not be the optimal way, but I think he was well set up to win his first war.
Yeah. But then he he let that. We've talked about this zone just northeast of where you're talking about, and this constant, never-ending chaos of back and forth war. That's not good for anybody.
No, it's not.
A never-ending back and forth war. That's not good. You don't win that way.
Right. Okay, so coming down to this front with Pelagia, he has now enough to take this fort.
Yeah.
Which I assume he has like a like a mind burn communion or something, which means you're not going to be able to use Scrotty. I don't know if Jotun has any answers to this.
Well, remember what he said in the interview I had with him, is that his job, he feels, is to be a spoiler against the winner.
Right.
He's not out to grow, but taking this fort is very good for him.
Yeah, it's a high-income province. It's going to secure him this lake and this throne.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is a nice chunk of land he's kind of grabbed. He can afford to back off everything else, let somebody else finish off Jotun.
Right. Okay.
Okay, notes. I should jump to my notes and
Is this not going to load? Okay. We have a small Vedi squad versus a bunch of Anakites. I wonder how this goes.
Yeah, oh my god. But remember, a whole bunch of these Anakites are starving and diseased.
Yeah, here we go. They're not starving anymore, but they're still diseased. Starving is temporary, disease is forever.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mentioned before, if I was Ashdod, I'd be splitting out the disease guys and using them as frontline bait.
Yeah. Or like raiding with them, higher risk activities.
Exactly. You're not going to heal them.
Right.
It's not... healing disease is only worthwhile for important magi.
Yeah.
The cost is too high.
Okay, so Ashdod has this... Wait, okay, this is the Mirror Lake province he wants. He's finally cracked it. I wonder if he's going to do a switcheroo, because he's probably worried about starvation. So I wonder if he takes the siege chaff off and brings the giants back on. That's kind of my guess.
He told us last turn that he was going to shuffle his troops to manage his food problem.
Right. But he also has 2 add-ons here, so he could send a super combatant inside to see if it takes it. But that's risky. Yeah. There could be a Scrotty in there, or who knows what.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't been able to buy food items. I would think that Pan would sell them quite happily.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Okay, so that's that. I don't think there's much else. So we've done Jotunheim, we've done Ashdod. We have done Vanheim, we've done Pelagia. I think what we have left to do is the Agartha conflict, and I think that's about it.
Oh, yes.
So let's see.
Oh my god. Look at that. Look at how many yellow provinces there are.
Yeah. So Agartha raids out, takes a few things, but where he's taken 2, Ant has taken like 4. Or no, more.
Oh my god.
He's just put...
Well, I saw that on the score graphs.
Oh, this looks like just a Horde of Skeletons reinvigoration lady.
Wow.
Reinvigoration.
Well done.
Very cheap kit here. I wonder if they do reinvigoration off script. Oh, they do. I didn't know that. That was an off script reinvigoration.
Yeah, nice.
Huh.
Look at that.
I didn't know the spellcasting AI was that good. That was beautiful.
Well, that is a dirt cheap thug.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to talk about efficient thugging. 10 slaves.
Yeah. Or I think it was
Yeah.
less. I think it was 4.
4?
Yeah. 4.
Yeah, 4. Wow. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Kudos to the end player, who
All right.
is
I think it's J-PAP.
J-PAP.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, man.
And yeah, there's just a bunch of idiots sitting outside here. He doesn't want to keep his good army on the Well of Pestilence.
Now-
This fort's still not cracked.
But I predicted last turn that it was worthwhile for Agartha to punch out with at least some raids. I would have done a different raid, but his raid worked. His counter raids from his capital to the east and southeast.
Yeah.
Those are good. I would have used a cheaper solution, but I like what he did.
Yeah, and is having some commitment issues here, though, a little bit. He's, he's got this army here, which he doesn't really want to move out. He's kind of evading the Agartha stuff. So, I don't know. I mean, like, if Agartha pushes out here, he can make End cancel. I mean, the thing, this is what I'm trying to say, is that End has, with this move here, kind of put Agartha a bit out of the game. He's got so many forts under siege. Agartha's not getting more mages. He's drowning now. But he's kind of playing it very slow in terms of how long it's going to take him to actually kill him.
Well,
Which is going to leave him very vulnerable to getting attacked by another player. Like, Pangaea's down here that might look at him.
possibly. Possibly.
Satis, God knows Satis should be attacking them right now. That's probably, like, the best thing Satis could do is Cloud Trapeze his god and get a Astral Force something or another to gateway an army over to the Satis Empire and start attacking End before Agartha's eaten.
Yeah, but I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it, but Satis seems to be fixated.
Yeah.
He seems to be absolutely focused that he's got to hold that throne from his capital to the southwest. I have to hold that throne. I have to kill off Jotun.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I'm just saying he's doing a very low commitment, slow kill of Agartha.
Yes.
And the reason I'm saying that is mainly this. He's got a big stack of army here. He got attacked by some knights here, which may have killed a temple, actually. I'm not sure, but End can generate a fair bit of free spawn, like with the cannibals and this, that, and the other. Having more siege chaff here would help. I don't know. He's being very conservative, but being conservative is also dangerous because it means you're going to slow kill Agartha.
Yeah, but take a quick jump to the score graphs. Look at his income.
Okay, where are you in? Here we go.
In yellow.
Yeah,
He's had big income growth. What about his gems? Not so much.
I mean, pretty good. But I'm just saying, he needs to go take these forts pretty quickly. And ideally he needs to kill that Agarthan army.
Yeah, I agree.
But, being aggressive, rolling a big doom stack into Agartha, good way to have the war turn around too. But so he's being cautious, which I can understand, but that's going to come at a price.
On this graph, go back to the gem graph for a sec. Who's red?
That's Vanheim.
Vanheim? Holy crap.
Yeah. Is he getting all the Mictlan land?
Wow.
Did he? I don't think he put up a global, did he? No, just Pangaea with Mother Uruk.
No.
So I think it's still the same thing for Agartha we talked about last episode, which is he needs to move out and threaten this army.
He does.
And he needs to counter raid and do a bunch of things. But really, Agartha has to take big army fights, which is kind of weird because from End's perspective, I was like, you kind of want to finish Agartha off quick and have the big army fight. From Agartha's perspective, it's the only chance, is you have to win the big army fights. So End is denying Agartha his only shot at turning this around, which is giving him the big army fight. but
Well,
it's slowing things down.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Agartha is not long for this world.
Yeah. Well, okay. He might be a while in this world, is what I'm saying, but he's not going to be here in 20 turns. That's for sure.
No, I mean, 450 units with what looks like a huge amount of magma children is good,
Yeah.
but how do you leverage it?
You take a big fight. You split them up in your raid. You do stuff. You know.
He still doesn't seem to have statues.
Yeah, I don't think he did that.
I'm surprised by that. I've been expecting him to make statues.
Yeah.
You know, his various statues.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we've covered everything, Maryland.
I think we've done all the nations. Pan. Let me do my notes. Let me check my notes. No, I think we're done.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Maryland, for joining me.
Totally. Anytime.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, guys.